I've gotten emails from a lot of you about what the rule of thirds is, and I thought maybe a short graphic demonstration here might help you understand it a little bit better. This is what I know about it anyway, and we'll see what it looks like. This is a picture I took several years ago of St. Augustine, Florida. And you can see here that you have, what everybody would see. A nice picture of the sun here and the sunset and the reeds, and the foreground is dark. But this isn't the original photograph. The original photograph is much different than this. Here's the original. And as you can see in the original, the camera has been pulled back a ways. This shows you a much greater view. So now we have the sky in the foreground, this black area in silhouette, and the sun. And the thirds are actually divided almost equally across the middle. Then you have this section off to the side, which allows the visual interest. So the thirds here would be 1, 2, and 3. Take another example. This is obviously Stonehenge, and for any of you who've ever seen pictures of Stonehenge, it's pretty clear. Again, you've got a section of twos. You've got the dark foreground with the boulders and the bright sky in the background. And although that's an interesting photograph, it simply doesn't have the thirds to add power to it. Now let me show you the original on this one. And here's the original. With this, the expanded sky adds a great deal of impact and power because, after all, Stonehenge had a lot to do, we believe, with the direction of the sun. And as you can see here, as the sun sets, it's going to go right between this notch, which is part of it. But here we have the thirds. We have the foreground and the boulders, which is 1/3. We have this bright sky, which is the other. And then we have, again, the sun in the middle, which gives you the thirds. Here's another example. This is Bridal Veil Falls in Yosemite National Park. And although it's a pretty decent composition, you can see the falls and you've got the big boulders in the foregrounds, it again doesn't have much interest because it's not thirds. Let me show you what the original looked like on this one as we pull the camera back a bit. This is the original here. Here again we have the falls. This is El Capitan over here. In the background you can see the mountains of the valley, and here's the valley in the foreground. So this one is composed of thirds of 1 down the middle and across. So you've got 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. And that's what I know about thirds. As a sidebar, I should tell you that the capture software that I normally use wouldn't load into YouTube, and so what you're looking at is a video camera pointed at my computer, which I use to photograph and edit this footage. That just goes to show you that sometimes you need to use the technology for purposes for which it wasn't intended. So I hope you get a lot out of this class, and looking forward to it. Thanks.